Well, I didn't get as far as I would have liked, so you're not going to see anything running. But I did make progress on some of the design issues, and I thought I'd share that with you so you'll know he's not sleeping or eating bonbons somewhere. This was the original idea I had for the um, holding up of the reed switches, right? And I have since cut that into pieces. But I had this other idea, and I started printing that, and then I went further while I was printing. I didn't think it would get done very soon. And then this is the limit switch bracket that holds it. So all of these were just variations of holding trigger devices for me in the engines. And so the one you've seen. This is the trigger device for the limit switch, and I've been working on the cam because I had a revelation. Let me go to the revelations first. Okay. I was working last night, and I was told I had to stop, and I was a little frustrated because I had this idea I was working on. I was trying to work it through. I didn't finish. So when I got up this morning, I went through it again, and I actually had some improvements on it. And what I was trying to do was come up for a position for the reed switch where the magnet would keep it in make it active for a longer period of time. I'm trying to get close to the 45-degree period where it would be on, and then 45 degrees for the other trigger, and then back, so that you get the two puffs and brakes in one rotation. But then it hit me that instead of trying to make the reed switch, what if I had the magnets in a path? So I came up with that idea. Let's put the magnets in an arc and then have the reed switch in a single point and stationary, and as it goes over, it's in open mode or closed mode constant. So then that's how you would do the two. So I ran down and I did that experiment, and it failed because for some reason I was getting a dip. Here's the signal would be high, and then it would dip, and then it would go away. So when I saw that, I didn't know what I was going to do. So then I went back to this guy, and I thought, well, if I need something wide and a constant trigger, this limit switch, I can change the cam design. So I used some of my UV curing glue to enlarge the camshaft. So instead of like a point, it's more like a larger arc. It's probably too large. This is my first crack at it. It only needs to activate for about 45 degrees. I didn't get it done. But what I did get done was an adapter for the screw. So this now is snug and loose, and we can add a gear to a unit that does not have smoke, or we can put my plastic gear, the gear Andy designed for us, which is plastic. I'll show you that in a second. At any rate, this is now on ball bearings, by the by, and it would have a large piece, and it would start. And I did some tests, but I didn't get that far along with it. Then I decided I got to go back to the reeds because that's what I worked on. Okay, fine. Here's where I'm at with the reeds. What I determined, and I had more magnets to test, I went through all my magnets. I pulled out 4 or 5 variations, but this one is, if you look at the thickness of it, it's a pretty sizable magnet. So I could put 2 of them side by side, and I could keep the switch on for 45 degrees. And I don't know where I did it. I did it up at the top here. That's where I came up with it. At any rate, there's another piece of it where I learned where the dead zone was and all that kind of stuff. I did some stuff over on the other table. At any rate, I've got it now. And these switches, you can pull them in or out, and that will increase their their cycle, lift them up or down. And at this point, this one is leaving, you pull this one up to the right level, this magnet is coming in as this magnet is leaving this guy, and it really comes close to what we need. I can rotate it, but it'll take me forever to do it. Am I going the right way? I don't even know if I'm going the wrong way. There we go. I had the motor out and I was rotating it by hand. It was so nice because I could just instantly spin it around. But there you see. It's now leaving this guy. And I can pull it back so I could leave it sooner, okay? See what I mean? I can pull it back if I want. Then I can lift him up or down, and he pretty much will get in contact when I want, and he'll leave contact when I want. Now, once he leaves contact, there's no magnetic force in that region. These guys are going